The camera went live as the crowd gathered below me. I hadn't slept. My factory, my life's work, was dying in front of me, but I stood tall on that balcony, because before the lights went out for good, I had one last thing to say, and they weren't going to forget it. If you've ever poured your soul into something only to watch it be abandoned, mocked, or shut down, then this story will hit deep. Hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up, because this isn't just about business. It's about dignity, legacy, and poetic revenge. Pundistries wasn't just a company. It was a movement. We made puns. Yes, literal wordplay products. And in a world driven by numbers and noise, we brought something rare, laughter with meaning. Our pun-powered light bulbs lit up classrooms. Our pun CH cards inspired office workers to smile again. Our X-Pun Zion packs. Don't even get me started. We weren't profitable by Wall Street standards, but we were rich in something else. Soul, spirit, purpose. People laughed at us until they didn't. At one point, our puns were being used in schools, printed in newspapers, even quoted in speeches across Revolupin. The government, yes, the actual government, started funding us for public morale projects. I started with 5 friends and 1 broken espresso machine. 10 years later, we had 400 employees, a factory with innovation labs, and a cafeteria where pun-offs were serious business. But the tides turned. First, they called our work frivolous. Then, they cut our funding, said we were non-essential. The market for puns dried up. Algorithms weren't optimized for joy. They wanted clickbait, outrage, and conflict. Our clients dropped us. Revenues fell. Karma, the digital currency we lived on, crashed harder than a dad joke at a funeral. I tried everything. I laid off no one. I cut my own salary to 0. I sold personal assets just to keep the boilers running and the pun presses humming. But it wasn't enough. And when I walked those factory halls, once echoing with laughter, now silent, it hurt. I passed abandoned pun chutes and silent rhyme engines. My employees, my friends, still showed up, still believed, and that broke me even more. But the final blow wasn't the market. It was the media. That night, they went live. Pundistries is a failed joke. One pundit smirked. Who knew puns were a bubble? The same people who once cheered us now mocked us. They laughed at our fall like it was entertainment. They forgot what we gave them. That's when I knew. I wouldn't let them write our ending. The next morning, I called the press. If they wanted a spectacle, I'd give them one, but not the one they expected. I contacted every employee, told them to gather one last time at the factory. I didn't want to go out in silence. I wanted to go out with meaning. So I wrote my speech. And that night, with bags under my eyes and cameras pointed at me, I stepped onto the balcony for the last time. If anyone is still here, you have my utmost respect. I scanned the crowd. I saw tears, hope, loyalty. It's been quite the roller coaster, hasn't it, comrades? From failed prototypes to pun-powered protests, we've lived 1,000 lifetimes here. But everything must come to an end. No buyers means no karma. And no karma means no more factory. The silence that followed was thunderous. But I ask you, when you leave these gates today, don't look back in sorrow. Look forward. Take whatever puns you need from the storage vaults. Make art, make jokes, make change. And if you have nowhere to go, this place is yours. Sleep under the rhyme spindles. Use the assembly rooms. This factory, our factory, will always have room for you. As for me, I will live here, among the ghosts, among the dreams. Then I paused. Cameras zoomed in. My throat tightened, but I said it anyway. And my final words before we close forever will be the same ones I said the day I opened this place. May joy be louder than profit. May puns outlive pain. And may no one ever feel ashamed to laugh again. That speech went viral, but not for the reasons you'd expect. People watched it not as a funeral, but as a rallying cry. Former clients came crawling back, not to mock, but to apologize. One school district offered to license all our unused puns for educational use. A streaming service bought our story for a documentary. Even the government that once abandoned us, they passed a well-being grant for creative morale-based startups. It was unofficially called the Pundistry Reform. Our karma wallet began to refill. And you know what? We never reopened the factory. We didn't have to, because our mission, our puns, escaped the walls and spread like wildfire. You don't always need fire and fury to get revenge. Sometimes you just need to outlast the people who laughed at you until they realize you were right all along. Because the best revenge is legacy. If this story moved you or reminded you to keep fighting for what matters, smash that like button and drop a comment below. What's the one passion people told you wasn't worth chasing, but you kept going anyway? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this, where justice hits deeper than anyone expects.